Good evening, and welcome to Total Party Recap, TPK Roleplay's content recap and talk show. My name is Tyrant, and I am one of the three hosts for this show. Joining me are Turk and Heck, your second and third hosts from now into perpetuity, as well as our very special guest, Luca. For all of our first-time viewers and listeners, let's go around the table really quick and introduce ourselves, starting with Turk.
Hello, everybody. I'm Turk. Not old Turk, not whatever the hell imposter Turk was. It's the real deal. I feel good. My joints still somehow hurt. That might just be the year, though. But I am here. I am ready to recap. That almost went in a different direction in my brain. I am certainly not new in town. And I'm looking forward to talking about all things TPK with you all here and in chat. And just let's do it. Send it over to Heck.
Okay, what's up, guys? It's me, Sir Heckalite. Yeah, the finger guns. We got this. We had a module week, you guys. Oh my gosh, I feel like it was
Module week.
somehow more chaotic than
Luca,
usual.
mark down equal +2.
Yeah, just
Speaking of chaos.
Yeah, it was wild, and I can't wait to get into it. But first, let's introduce Luca real quick.
You was
Hi.
muted.
I just took a huge gulp of coffee right before you said that. I wasn't ready.
No prompt. Go for
Good
it.
evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Lukalock. I am design coordinator and dungeon master for TPK Roleplay, and here I am.
Here she is in the show. Ha!
And once again, I am Tyrant, GM, staff member, and host for TPK Roleplay. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. Really quick, let's talk about the background of Total Party Recap. The show was designed with the busy viewer in mind. We understand that not everyone has the time to consume all of TPK's content, so we are hoping this show will be an answer to that need. We will be recapping and talking about each stream and event that happens at TPK every Sunday at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. This week's episode will cover the time period between January 25th through January 31st. If you, the viewers, have any questions at all during the episode that you might want answered about some of the content or just have something you'd like us to talk about, feel free to say so in chat, and we will do our best to incorporate that into our discussions. All right. Now that we have all the formalities out of the way, how about we dive into tonight's episode? Hello, my friends.
Hello.
We did it.
How's it going?
How was everybody's week?
Yeah, somehow
yeah.
this week was just like a whole bunch of events. And like none of them exciting enough to actually earn the title of events, except for of course the streams, which were lovely ways to escape the monotony of work. Winter has set in here. I am quite literally getting pushed back in the door by heavy winds and chills to the bone, like some goddamn Ethan Frome novel.
Heck?
It was good. I mean, I feel like I had no concept of time this week, though.
Yes.
Like, I feel like all the days were just put together. So I have no idea when I sent things, when I did things. It was weird.
It's both bad and good that I'm able to keep track of what day it is this week based off of what was streaming on TPK. Being like, oh, I guess it is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Beyond the Undergrowth. Ah, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Luca,
The schedule is my best friend.
Luca, how was your week?
It was good. I've slept 45 minutes in the past 36 hours. I'm going strong.
Hey, you know what?
We worry.
You are a trooper, and we are so happy to have you on this show. My week was also very long and boring, and I had bad internet connection, so it was even more so.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was
Uh,
you were great. You were just doing a robot voice.
Yep. Well, no, the robot voice is all the time. I was dropping calls this last week, which is never a good thing. But hey,
Well, you're here.
we're through that now, back to more stable waters, and yeah, we're through this week.
We did it.
1 week down, everyone. And you know, some people in their day-to-day lives are constantly working for the weekend, just trying to get that thrill of not having to do the monotonous BS that we call adult human life. But us here at TPK, we like to spice up the week with content and fun things, and we know that some of you may not be able to come and enjoy that as it happens, and so that's why we have this show. Speaking of spicy and fun things, how about we dive into our first bit of content here with the second part of Destroyer of Worlds?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So,
Well, no, it's Tyrant is gonna cover this one, guys. Did we not? Oh no.
let me know if any funky reward things pop up while I'm doing this. all right?
We'll watch eagerly and carefully, but we've gotten the main troublemaker stuck in the call with us, so it's good.
This is very good.
Though,
our
to be
bye
fair,
week.
we don't have any rules saying that Luca can't donate points.
I mean, I think it's
To
the same thing
recap.
as you can't use for your like,
Anonymous
point for your
has
own
made
party.
a donation.
Oh, we haven't even figured out cash donations yet. We
Yeah,
might
we
have
haven't
to start
finished- yeah.
doing like actual clips and things.
Listen, you can donate.
Deck
you
of
can donate,
TPK us, please.
donate,
No,
donate, donate $5, and I'll make a haiku just for you.
Ooh. Deck of TPK us, and we just say, "Oh, here we go."
what?
All right. So last HP's hit you. Tyrant, give us the funk.
The funk.
He just says
The
funk on
punk
this recap.
on
I
the-
don't know
up
what
this
that
recap.
means. Get down.
Get
That is what
down.
the message says.
Get down
Everyone
on it.
do like a Bow Chicka Wow Wow soundtrack for him while he does a smooth, funky recap.
No, well,
Am I just doing it in my low sultry voice then? Is that how we're doing this?
A little bit of funk.
a little bit of funk, baby. And we'll do like a little backing vocals for you.
This one goes out to all them last HP hero fans out there.
Yeah, HP.
Yeah.
A magnanimous
So,
dispensation.
Destroyer of Worlds Part 2.
Part 2.
Last we left off, the group killed a bunch of people in a factory.
Cold-blooded murder.
In this episode, the Marines braced through a surprise blizzard, having to rethink their original plan to infiltrate the insurgent compound where an AWOL soldier was being held.
Yeah.
They snuck over the walls,
Ooh.
justifying chaos already breaking out inside the compound. The insurgents were evacuating while something was ripping their soldiers apart.
So nasty.
Iona and Dante cleared the bottom floor, killing the insurgent leader, and a few other soldiers were able to flee.
Keep that bottom clean.
Chaplain, Mason, and Silva moved upstairs to investigate the source of the chaos, finding one of the AWOL Marines, tied up in an upstairs room. Yeah, we like it when people are tied up in the upstairs rooms. Wright was panicked, but went on about how Wojcik turned into a monster,
Nasty.
and she didn't want to be next. And that it was the result of some sort of Project Life Force. You know what gives me life force? All that smooth funk.
Hell yeah, daddy.
Oh. Hate
We're
what you've
good.
done to us.
Push on.
Turk
Mason.
is giving me the like vibes from Most Beautiful Girl in the Room. High class, high
Yep.
class.
Mason kept an eye on the hall while Chaplain sedated Right to help her calm down. You know what, Chaplain? That's not very funky of you.
Sedation.
You should get consent before you do that kind of thing.
Consent is key.
Silver went on to
sexy.
investigate the next room where Wojcik was supposed to be. Silver found Wojcik in a pile of shredded bodies, something like a nest, looking diseased and in pain. Wojcik lost it, tearing at her flesh, and transformed into a beast with a long skull. Long skull.
So long.
Empty eyes, spines bursting from her back, and a long pointed tail. She was no longer human, but a creature encased in a black exoskeleton that
So
shrieked
silky. So smooth.
and lunged out at Silva. Silva was able to get a hold of the door and get it closed, trapping Wojcik in the room until everyone was able to regroup. Chaplain was sent to take down the insurgent's transmitter, and Dante and Iona helped Silva take down Wojcik, losing a knife,
Teamwork make the dream work.
sticking that knife deep within Wojcik, and nearly
Bleed him dry.
losing some toes from the green acid it bled. It wasn't without consequences or some strange occurrences. Before going completely animalistic, Wojcik pleaded that she needed relief. Oh, and she got relief. After going completely feral for some reason, seemed to ignore Dante completely, despite their close proximity.
So close.
Trying to attack Silva. Silva was cut by the prong of its tail, and Mason watched on, completely paralyzed by shock. Shock.
So shocking.
After the fight, the group decided to evacuate the building as quickly as possible, retrieving an apparently unconscious Wright and her equipment and leaving the compound. Mason finally shaking himself from the shock and saying, I didn't think I would be dealing with this again. What was Mason talking about?
Oh, so mysterious.
The storm had blown over, the break in some sunlight finally allowing them to get a new transmission from Major Hatfield. It wasn't good news. Hatfield was ordering evacuation, telling the Marines to finish their mission if they can, but to hightail it back to Fort Nebraska before the transmission was cut off with a loud boom coming
So
from somewhere
loud.
above them in space.
Big boom.
An explosion that also sent Chaplin to his knees.
Pray, Jack.
On those knees.
Knees. War descended on the moon with the union of progressive people and the United Americas scrambling their fighter ships and explosions and chaos raking through the colony. The Marines have no contact with their commander and have now also lost their captain as Silva loses consciousness. And thus,
Sweet
the
dreams.
the players successfully complete Act 1.
Job's done.
Or is it?
And
Oh.
just to bring in another element to this sensuality, let's roll this clip. Thankfully, we were able to have Skelly V back, who brought just an extra layer of goodness to this one shot.
All right. I'm gonna click the play button, Daddy-O.
I love that you finished drawing the body.
That is a nice little imposter shape. It doesn't have arms.
It fell with its arms underneath it. You can't see them.
Or it didn't
Yep,
have
just-
arms. That was
I think
my.
it's more of a crewmate.
Yeah.
He's been disarmed.
I mean, they're all the same shape.
God damn it, Skelly. On that note,
And we're done.
How do we, as human beings, continue after what we have just done?
I don't know.
I think it's
But Tyrant does have to do 3 haikus now.
Yeah.
We got one from Mr. Rogers, one from Al the Biffer, and one from Funk Daddy.
Taikus.
Taikus, yes. Thank you, Al.
Al specifically requested a taiku.
I'm sorry. Can you guys let me know in our secret chat here who donated, so I can work on this.
So I can work on this.
Listen, it won't take me long, but I do need to make them personal because they donated. So
That's fair.
yeah. But anyway, how do we progress from here? First thing, I want to find out from HP, when you said funk, what exactly did you mean? Because it went in this direction, but the first thing that came to my mind was like the funk music, like we want the funk, that kind of thing. And so I hope we satisfied you. I hope we satisfied you.
Satisfaction.
All right, so he said that was better than anything I could have possibly imagined. So he did a very good job.
Very good. Very good. How about we move on?
No transition. We're just gonna go.
Nope. We're
just
full,
gonna go.
Full steam
We're
ahead.
gonna go
full,
to Tuesday and
straight
beyond
up
the
abandoned
undergrowth.
ship.
No. Okay. But wait. Okay. So this is part 1, right? So there's more coming. There's more.
This is actually part 2.
This is part 2.
Oh,
so yeah, if you haven't seen.
So this is
three,
there are
yeah.
two. There are. This is part. Is it part 3?
No, part 3 is coming up in February, I think.
Yes. So part 2 of Act 1, and then they'll be continuing where they left off. I played in part 1 of Act 1, and it's a really cool system. It's very gory and bloody, and as you can imagine, with things kind of ramping up and more story elements being involved, the whole alien world and kind of genre is horror based. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely check it out because it's going to be really cool.
Space horror. That's
Space.
it.
Gotta go to space. Yeah. I just appreciate how hard Met goes. I mean, not just for these games, but just like the genre in of itself. I mean, it's one thing to have. Again, I think I will say this ad nauseum, but like, it's one thing to have someone who's like just like, I really like this system or like this adventure. It's very good, but it's like, and this is gonna touch on a question I'll ask later to Luca. But like, to have someone who's like, science fiction horror is my shit, and I'm going to run this to perfection because I care about it, is like really good to see. And it just like it just like, no offense to, like, I don't mean this as a dig at the players, but like, no matter what they did, like, Megan set this up so it's going to be true to the franchise. I mean, short of them sitting down and trying to play Kumbaya with aliens, I mean, I think it was always destined to be like perfectly set within the genre and like believable as a part of that universe. But I mean, oh wait, what do you mean, Harper season 1 questions? Oh no. But yeah, speaking of terrifying realizations and hard turns in the party, look, working on it. Send it to me. I'm getting a list together. But speaking of horrible realizations and deadly twists and turns, heck, you want to tell us what happened on Tuesday?
Oh my god. Okay, so Tuesday's episode of Beyond the Undergrowth is something that even the players during this session have called the cursed episode, and I fully agree with that. It started, okay, so first of all, actually, we're gonna roll the clip first because it started with something fantastic. So we're just gonna roll the clip right now before I forget.
All right.
You spent the night, so today it's day 69.
Yeah! Nice!
Nice.
Nice in chat. Let's get some nices in chat.
Nice.
It's either nice or a.
So
Thank you, chat.
I will raise you one better. Nice.
Nice. So we had a pretty energetic start to this episode, right? Well, I think it just kind of carried over into two PCs proceeding to fight each other. Player character versus player character combat just, it happens sometimes, but I don't know how much led up to this. It just kind of happened. And it was wild. A sorcerer versus a druid that can wild shape is a very bold move. And if you're ready for that kind of crazy stuff, definitely check out that part of the episode. There was more traveling, more combat with multiple armed gorillas, and that's always real hard.
Sorry, I need to clarify. Because
more than two, yeah.
I know what Shelt is. When you say armed gorillas, are you referring to political rebels or ape creatures?
Ape creatures.
Oh, okay.
I think Girolons is what they're actually called, per the monster manual. But yes, no, the apes do not have guns. If that's what you're asking.
I'm just curious. You say armed gorillas, I'm just like, oh yeah, like the Zapatas or something like that. And I'm just like, no. Hey, they're in the jungle. Oh my gosh, what if the monkeys have guns?
Oh no, the points aren't available.
We don't know what they stand for. Oh no.
We don't. But we do know the party stood for looking for a black orchid at this palace of sorts. They heard a queen might be able to help them. So that was where they headed over and found lots of bird-like creatures guarding it. Did some more fighting with that. But they also noticed, there's so many statues around with very petrified expressions and lots of venomous snakes and hallucinogenic plants.
Okay.
He'll spend the points on money. Oh no!
Spend the points. He'll spend the points. Give us a WWE announcer breakdown of a fight, like a hype message.
A hype message. All right, Tuesday. Johan Weiss versus Teleteos. I don't remember his last name, and no one can pronounce it anyway. We had slinging spells as Teleteos hits Johan with the top turnbuckle, jumps off, piles right to the face. He turns into an ape, and Johan hits him with an ice knife that exploded on him. He did more damage to himself than the actual opponent. It was a very short fight. I'm very sorry, but we're just gonna continue with the energy.
By God, he's been broken in half.
This
fellowship's been broken in half by this conflict.
Even after they stripped down to basically nothing to do this fight. It was wild. It was wild, y'all. Yes, Doomsday. Yes, thank you. Thank you, HP.
Buy your pay-per-views now.
They brought the smackdown on these gorillas as well.
That's not Herman's music. By God, that's Stone Cold's music. He's got a steel chair.
He gave him the chair.
He's got the steel chair and his money in the bank contract here to end the death curse.
No. It's here in TPK. They give him the branch, all right? They give him the branch. And that is what he did, all right?
God.
That's what Shillelagh is.
That's Black's music.
They got to this palace, and there were hallucinogenic plants that really did the hurt on our ranger here. He was high for most of the rest of the episode. About as high as they had to climb and possibly fall from. There, Herman was trying to figure things out while the rest of the party did a little bit of a diplomacy mission that towards the end went a little awry, but you're just gonna have to check it out next time. Not really. Well, yes, next time on Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, no, you have to check the ending of the episode. It was wild. Like it went so differently than the cast even thought, than the DM even thought. Like it was wow. It was just wow.
One of those moments that, like, I mean, you think Tony didn't expect this? Really?
No.
Oh boy.
Not the way, like.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah.
Purple, you're supposed to
yeah.
donate 8,000 to the next one on Monday. What are you doing spending 4,000 now, man?
He's just gonna do it now.
Oh,
It's
okay,
fine.
okay. Fair.
There's an option. Oh, Purple, you don't have to do that. I think we can refund points. We'll try to figure that out later.
Before we go any further, I do have the haikus.
Yes, please. Give the people what they paid for, quite literally.
Oh, Mr. Rogers, won't you please bless the chat with your blood-stained sweater? That's the first one. Hey, Al, the Biffer, my man. When I see you next, I'll buy you a pint. That's the second one. You wanted the funk? You cannot handle the funk. Call me funk_daddy without the underscore.
It worked until you had to say it, but it's beautiful. Yes, very good.
Yes, very good. Thank you for entertaining my joke, guys. But if you want more haikus, you know how to get them.
We'll figure out more things.
We'll have to figure out some, yeah.
I don't know, like I could do limericks if you wanted to, but oof.
Yes, please.
Maybe.
There once was
We'll
a man
see.
named the Biffer.
What have I spoken into existence? Oh man. But yeah, no, that session like made me really think though, like, are there any sessions that like even like you as DMs or you as players like thought like would go a certain way, but it went like so different and so south? Like oh my gosh. Like,
Yes, I have it, but in the best way.
oh boy.
So we wanted to run a whole film. And then I wanted to run what happened to Evie Ashwood. And I said to myself, oh, okay. Oh, these people are all really good at RP. They'll handle this.
What did happen to Evie Ashwood? I don't think we ever found out.
You did.
Nobody knows.
You did. You saved her. Did you not remember? Somewhere between a magical laser pointer and pissing off a magical council of cats. Yes, and just like
all I remember
the
was
death of a magical creature, Charlie.
Yeah. All I remember was
I'm a
Charlie
magical
being
creature.
very sad at the end.
I'm a magical creature, Charlie. You ain't got much
Listen,
time.
I've heard tale of these sessions that were absolutely destroyed by the players, but I personally had nothing to do with this.
Look, you did, because you
I'm
need
just
to roll
like,
better. You're the lead. I'm counting on your character to keep these people in line, and you just can't roll well enough to enforce
It's that
it.
classic meme of like who I designed my character to be and who my dice think my character
It's just like,
is.
listen, kill.
No.
Listen.
Kale, my buddy. Good buddy, Kale.
Babe.
Oh my god. That's a perfect example. And that's one that you guys can watch on our YouTube channel, actually. Definitely
Yes.
go watch it because it was beautiful.
Both of them, and
It was
they
a
are
work
coming
of
back.
art.
For some reason, I have chosen yet again another politically serious plot for these Rosencrantz and Guildenstern motherfuckers to ruin and wonderfully
It's gonna
go
be
through.
great. We're absolutely gonna definitely do everything just as
All
planned.
you guys need to know is there's going to be a hostage negotiation, and I am so
There will be.
terrified.
Oh god.
There is legitimate political ramifications.
Listen, Kale. No helicopter, Kale.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No. Turk, why did you do this?
Because
you
it's-
know
look, I
what
know,
you're doing to
I
yourself.
know.
At this point,
But all I've wanted to do
it's like
since getting the GM is run the Siege of Castle Ren. And
you
so we're
have
doing
done
it,
that to
damn it.
yourself.
I liar. Ha!
We have you surrounded. There's 3 of you. We
Yeah.
have cats.
Oh, you guys aren't getting the support of the Council of Cats. Are you kidding me? You're still gonna wake up with dead rat heads in your bed.
Says you.
Yes, because I'm the
We're
DM.
the ones
Have
with the
you
laser
forgotten?
pointer.
Have you
Thank very
forgotten that
much.
I bring a new character every game?
I have not.
What if I just bring the Messiah of the cats next game?
Look, you already have Pesco.
Shit, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
that's true.
What about anyone else? Anyone else have
Anyone else have any
actions that went
stories?
awry?
I was just gonna say I'm also very excited about how TOA ended because I get to now come into this chaos.
Yeah, you're gonna see some new
So-
faces to
Yeah,
TOA next
wait,
episode,
wait, you
guys.
wanna share the
Next
news?
session of TOA, there will be 2 new characters coming in to the campaign and trying to help these poor stoned party members.
Stoned is not in the good way.
No.
God, if only it
No,
was
it's
the
the
good way.
lie on the floor of the bathroom, questioning whether life is real, kind of stoned, and we're gonna come in and help.
You say
Oh, man.
we. Can you reveal the other person, or you keep?
Yes, I do have permission. The other player will be Chrissy. Chrissy and I are joining TOA.
So hype, absolutely. This is gonna be good.
This is very exciting.
I've had my character created since before TOA started. My
mean-
schedule finally allows me to play.
Yeah, though you guys are gonna have to wait a little bit longer than usual to see TOA again, because in the slot that usually is, we will actually be doing something else.
On my birthday.
On Luca's birthday, we're gonna be playing Dungeon Bitches, y'all. I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. Oh Lord, we had our session 0 on Friday, and the chaos is already brimming. It's gonna be great.
Can
so
I say,
definitely check that out on February 9th.
As a very biased party, as someone who is obviously very high on the TBK drugs that we distribute here, I've only read through the handbook, and I'm only aware of the people who are in this session. Hi everybody in the chat. You need to fucking watch this. I don't care what other Valentine's Day plans you have. You need to
no,
watch.
it's not.
Well,
It's
it's
not.
on
It's
Valentine's
not.
Day.
It's not. No.
This-
Oh, it's on Tuesday.
this-
That's right.
This
Yeah.
is for my birthday, so if you guys could all please show up to my birthday party, where I will be playing a dungeon bitch.
You need to watch
Just
this.
wrecking my way
I don't
through the
care
world.
what you're doing on Tuesday.
I do think it is important to note this is going to be a rated R.
Yes,
18
absolutely.
plus only.
It is
We
18
can
plus.
swear
We're
here.
already an 18.
Fucking
plus
is a
channel,
power.
But
Yes, my character has ritualistic fucking as a special move that
Yes.
they will be using
That's right. Holy something.
to achieve their goals. So please 18 plus only for my birthday. It's an adult birthday party, thank you. This is not
Yes.
Chuck E. Cheese.
All right, but there's certain Chuck E. Cheeses where that can happen still.
Oof.
hello?
Look.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Look, you're
but
trying-
we're just
you're
gonna burn
trying
the
to find
narrative
certain
units. We are
arcade
burning
games.
it. Nope.
And you
nope.
find it, you open the
I'm
wrong
striking
door.
the match. I am
Not Chuck E.
striking the
Cheese,
match.
it's Freddy's.
Oh dear lord. Oh no, we broke Luca. Oh no.
Luca, where you go?
Everything's fine.
Everything.
Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Oh no.
Next.
Okay.
Next.
What did happen next? Oh, hey, speaking of dangerous situations, we enter once again into the land of Barovia, but not in the way that I usually say in this voice, but with darkest night, brightest light. And I'm going to give you all solid 5 seconds to, if you want to hit me with this voice thing or otherwise, because, hey, I'm going to jump right into it. The party is at the wonderful Wizard of Wine, though it seems less than wonderful, because for a good portion of this, they have a tight situation with a certain magical item. That happens to be... Cursed feels a strong term for this, but it's certainly clingy. We have a Code 5 clinger item on our hands, and yeah, it's a whole thing. It's both a good role playing moment as it kind of like it's kind of a character trying to acknowledge their character trying to show their strength to the group, but also kind of hits like a there are moments that are comedic and dramatic, and you know it. I'm just gonna play the clip that I have here, appropriately titled "Ficus Intimidates a Stick" for you.
Break.
I'm not trying to break it. I'm
okay.
trying to like make it submit.
Yeah, you're asserting dominance.
Asserting dominance. You will submit, staff. You will.
Me.
If you are curious as to how that goes, there is a phrase, I will not say by whom, said by one of the players, says, "I'm just going to scream, stop it, please, just more screams coming from my body." So you know good things happen. This is all followed up, of course, by quite a gambit where they split the party, which is always good, and there is some very risky combat. And normally, splitting the party, you're kind of just like, should we, like, is this, like, gonna be okay? It's... First off, it's not okay. It does not, and all does not end perfectly well. But, it is Barovia, and they are appropriately punished for their hubris, as if some Grecian play. Yeah, it's quite the party split, and just... It doesn't feel like a comedy of errors, because acknowledging it as an error would say there was not some conscious thought put into the situation they placed themselves in. But there is certainly some reaping of what they have sowed at this winery, which does not work in the analogy I thought it did, because wineries aren't really reaped. Shit. Okay, it's fine. Things happen. People nearly die. You should watch it because there's a whole lot of tension and character moments in this that are really good. And it feels like this whole first half of the session is... I was listening to it and kind of like looked away from it for a second, and just like the input of it, I'm like, oh shit, are they delivering a baby? Because everyone's crowded around one party member. Oh, okay, yeah. We have a acknowledgement from the chat. They already have second character ready, because that's how this situation is going. So tune in this time so you can understand the situation they have gotten themselves into for next time, which will be very fun. But I believe in this group. Yeah, that's also fair HP. They don't. No one. There's no infighting here. There is only leaving themselves to the elements of Barovia to slowly serve and to slowly have whatever happens to them happen. But that's a beautiful thing about TPK is we are not, a lot of our players are not afraid to face the consequences of character enforced decisions, of like character inspired decisions. Especially Noir, I think, is a standing honor to that regard. His characters are ready to die on the hill that they have made for themselves by character decisions, which is very important and different than, you know, out of character decisions being like, I'm gonna be an ass. It's just, it's great. You know, tune in. All I can say for now is tune in, experience the pain, and then, yep. Watch as they maybe roll up new characters next session. Yeah, it's fun, right?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Nothing wrong with a little peril in your nice Curse of Strahd game.
Look, okay, HP Noir does want you to try, okay? He brings this chaotic energy to any game that he is in. Because I think like Cole brings to Tomb of Annihilation and Dark Echoes, very willing to be like, I'm going to detach from this character now. I accept if they die for this decision. And, you know, it works. It's a Leroy Jenkins in many ways, and it inspires moments. Sometimes those are good moments, sometimes those are bad moments, and we can talk about that later with Dark Echoes. But yeah, Curse of Strahd. It's...
It's something.
It's something, guys. It is truly something. And just to kind of, for those of you that don't know, if we have anyone new in chat, we have 2 Curse of Strahd campaigns on this channel. Darkest Night, Brightest Light is more along the way. They are. Yeah, what episode is this? What session is this for them?
Oh gosh,
it's in the mid to high teens.
Yeah. Because it's been about 9 months.
If they're at the winery,
the campaign has been running.
Then
yeah, they have arena. They have dealt with their church and orphanage subplot. They are
so session 17.
They are deep.
Further along.
And Dark Echoes, which we'll be talking about later in this conversation, just finished episode 3. So both are incredible. If you're, a Curse of Strahd veteran and you want to, and you feel like you can jump in to either or and feel like you can kind of live through the experience no matter what, then by all means. If you're looking for a lot more like everything was role played out, I think Darkest Night, Brightest Light really hits that on the head. I think they do a really good job with that. And if you're looking for, a fledgling campaign with squishy characters, come check out Dark Echoes.
Not all of us are squishy.
Listen, we're all level 2. We're pretty squishy, Turk.
It's fine. Luca wouldn't hurt us.
Fine.
How much current HP do you have right now?
We've had one character die already. Are you sure about that?
He has 14, and I know that for a fact.
Damn it! I was gonna do this whole thing of like, I'm legally not required to tell you that number.
I know.
Yeah, so he has 5 HP remaining.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go into the basement. Hey, chat. Did you know you have the power to influence these games? By donating with just $5, you can give a good table to the players. And you can...
For just $5 a stream, you can save this poor antiquarian that is so lost and continuously acknowledges the fourth wall.
And for free, you can DM me on Discord your most insidious ideas.
How dare.
I'm going to do that right
but
now.
hey,
What if
before
everyone lived and Strahd died and it was great?
Before we continue on and start talking about Dark Echoes and the remainder of the content, I propose we take a quick break just to kind of split this up.
Question quick, actually.
Yes, by all means.
Because there is something in here that's touched on quite a bit, and I find it very interesting as a player. A big vibe of this session was a moment of Corndog being like, her character acknowledges that a lot of the items here are cursed, and that a lot of the party members here are dealing with the negative ramifications of taking on powerful objects. And I'm just like, it's one thing to realize like, oh, accidentally I've grabbed a cursed object, now I must bear with this burden. But it seems like a lot of these party members are almost going full flagellant and like, I will accept this power to achieve a goal. And I'm curious how far you have seen someone else or you yourself in character have gone to like accept a bad consequence to further the party's goals.
In the line of cursed objects and achieving goals, I have had a player character like that I was DMing for actually just straight up die from an item. Like it was a weapon that he could deal very large amounts of damage and heal a little bit of it back to take down things and do what the party was trying to do. However, he tried to eventually detach from this weapon because it is obviously bad. It has a bad agenda. It was trying to get revenge on an NPC that they had now entered the town where that NPC was. So he tried to do that, and it straight up just like it stole his soul. It killed him. So luckily they were close enough that there was access to Revivify at that point, and a good roll was made. But man, it could have gone permadeath. It could have gone so south. But I've seen them go pretty far.
Yeah, I've had one of my characters die for a good cause. A bit of a martyr complex. In regards to the games I've run, no one's ever really... I haven't really ever presented that high level of ultimatum to players being like, you're going to suffer, but you're going to be happy for it. But I have definitely, as a player, been in a position to be like, I'm going to do this because this is the objectively good thing to do. And I, as a character, want to do the right thing in the situation. Like, and specifically I'm thinking of Dagor sacrificing himself. Just, that was a whole thing. Like a portal was open, trying to get all of his people through.
Yeah, it was, and you pushed the people out.
Pushed them out, like got party is like trying to grapple him in, and he just shoves someone else in their arms and goes.
Yep.
It was great. Sorry, heck, to traumatize you again like that. But
I had the diamond ready.
Additionally, Harper's. I don't want to if no one caught up on Harper's season 1, first off, what are you doing? You should be watching that immediately and reading all the background blogs. But, there was a point in my head. I'm just like, my character is going to take this option because it's going to objectively help the most amount of people. And
we literally had every party member present fighting to take that option.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was literal a
That
Boromir
specifically,
moment.
Yeah.
Everyone just fighting over who leaps.
Mm-hmm. It was That was a whole thing. I was specifically talking about the Lord's Alliance offer, where I was just like,
oh yes.
I went where Nicholas could have been like, I'm leaving, but objectively, this might be easier to handle now because I can like coordinate both resource piles here. I just have to leave behind everything I care about. But that's fine in his reign till it wasn't fine. And you can watch that in the Verdant Frontier episode where that option is occurring. I will save more of Harper Season 1 for the actual questions we have for Harper Season 1. But yeah, that was my experience with player sacrifice. It's very good. It makes for very dramatic moments, and it's lovely.
It was so powerful. Like, yeah, like seriously, after the session with Dagor, like we just sat there in silence for like I don't know how long. It felt like eternity.
Oh, dude.
Like it was, yeah, like yeah, it was.
It was raw. It was very raw for a campaign that had been like, and now we're on Monkey Island hanging out with.
Now we're on Monkey Island. We're playing On the Road to Verinian City, and then. That it's like
hey,
it's the
what if
equivalent-
Moses went wrong?
Yeah, it's just oh my god, it's as jarring as the first time you watch Mulan, for example, where they have very lighthearted song like what's the song called?
Gosh, a girl worth fighting for.
Girl worth fighting for, and then they get to the town and it's destroyed, and it's like, oh, tonal shift. Okay.
Tonal shifts are the best.
Like, oh my gosh. Like it felt like that pretty much. And oh my god. Yeah. And yeah, like it's the same with the Harper's episode too. Like, just had a very high energy combat, for example. It's like, oh no, something went wrong, and then it just all the energy just like went super down and was like, oh, we have to do something about this. We know what it is, and it's not good.
I still think about that combat, like that one round of being like, oh god, I wasted my turn trying to do like the read the room button I have, and I'm like, should just shot the fucker. Should just anyway. Ty, you have any moments like that?
No, I'm realizing I need to play less selfish characters.
No.
No, I mean, if I think about it, like all of the moments you guys described, like for instance, the specific moment where everyone was going full Vormir and and Harper's.
You got kicked in the balls, dude.
I did, yeah. I mean, we had everyone fighting tooth and nail to protect those around them. But what's even better is that, or what's interesting is that it's not the first time it's.
Oh, buddy, you got muted. There we go.
I accidentally muted myself. Oh. It's not the first time it's happened here at TPK. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the first time we had that kind of no, I'm going to sacrifice myself. No, I'm going to sacrifice myself was during Humblewood, Luca. When we were running from the aspect of fire for the first time. And Hemi was going to throw herself back.
Hemi wasn't even trying to sacrifice herself because she ain't about that. But she had something to slow down what was happening and get you guys out. And she wasn't leaving anyone behind because she'd been there, done that.
Right.
And then everyone wanted to argue with her.
Listen.
I've
we
got
had
a
some
streamer right now.
a soul was sacrificed. Okay, 2 souls were sacrificed to get us away from there. So, one of them was a horse that lived for approximately 7 seconds. He came out of a robe of useful things and immediately died.
Charlie.
Oh, there's the comment.
Charlie.
Sweet death.
Well, hey everybody! I think that's a good place for us to take a break. So we will be back here in 5-ish minutes to continue on with the rest of our content.
Yes, we will.
right.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll be back with the coldest of
back.
opens, I promise.
Three.
Yeah.
Hey,
There it
everybody.
is.
We're actually back now.
Yep. Welcome to TPR.
We really
Count
the energy.
Lukalock.
Yes.
We did name this Sitting Down with Strahd, which is the closest I could legally get to interview with a vampire.
Oh.
But honestly, the amount of Strahd content might still not get us anywhere.
Hey, but before we talk about vampires,
Let's
talk about dragons.
Dragons.
We got dragons.
Dragons.
Well, kind of. There were dragon eggs that we ended last session of Queen's Gambit with, but they weren't there at the top of this one, and Angel kind of took them. But we know they're out there somewhere.
Oh, you said.
Maybe far, far away. Maybe close by. We don't know.
Just hit like a X-Files.
Yeah, I don't know why I just...
Dragons are out there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know why I
want to
reverted to
believe.
that, but here we go.
Dragons?
You want me to continue? Spend 8,000 points. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, this was kind of a smaller dungeon delve for our party that's now level 5, which is super cool. But yeah, there were a lot of classic things that are part of a dungeon delve, like bats in caves and fighting a roper. If you haven't fought a roper in a cave before, it's an experience. They're one of my favorite D&D monsters, like in the entire monster manual. Absolutely love them. They're just so cool. They're stalagmites that wake up and choose violence every time. But yeah, that was kind of the top of the session. Then yeah, more classic exploring, seeing what's around this cultist hideout that's also a dungeon. There was a brief encounter with some drakes that the party decided to free, which was kind of a really good moment. You know, there wasn't exactly a need for us to do that. We could have left them. We could have tried to make friends, but like we decided they need to be free. They're entirely innocent creatures that shouldn't be subjected to what the cult's doing. Turk, don't give me that look.
Are they though?
They are. I think they're technically unaligned for a monster manual, but I don't know.
Per monster manual,
I'm just a biology major that reads a monster manual too much, so here we are.
Wait a second. Are you secretly Zeke? Take off that mask.
No.
You've been Zeke.
Zeke is a monster Zeke is a monster manual major who reads biology.
We have never seen Heck and Zeke in the same call.
Please. I would love that. Okay, listen. But anyway, I'm gonna recap. But yeah, that was the larger portion of the session, mostly just dungeon delves. It's very classic. If you like the nostalgia of doing that in lower levels, definitely check out this episode. There were secret rooms found, including a freezer of some sort, or a meat locker, which was very interesting. But eventually, the party took their long rest, which they very much needed. We were all out of everything and made their way back out of the dungeon, but not before some fantastic dream descriptions by Dat Magic Juice. Definitely check out the episode for those, because the trances that our elf cleric has during long rest are usually so interesting and like probably part of my favorite parts of the episodes. But towards the end of this one, actually, there was some really good character moments. You know, we have, you know, there's kind of two types of character, two types of players for the most part. There's, you know, some that are like way like out in the front, like doing things, much more outgoing, and then, you know, there's some that kind of stay more a little back and are a little reserved. And sometimes they, you know, though they don't say much during an episode, when they do, it hits really heavily. And that's kind of what happened this episode with our kobold ranger, Ulta, who didn't spend a whole lot of time talking during the episode, but at the very end, there was a very good moment. That's actually the clip that I chose for today. So let's roll film.
Yes, let's.
Ulta will look up at Aster and, having been fairly quiet for a bit, she will say, "You know, Aster, sometimes I wonder what I'm even doing here. And I'm not sure that this is safe. And I'm not sure that I want to keep doing it."
Yeah, this was a lot. There were times that I was very scared for the entire group. I mean, I was entirely out of power at some points, and if something had gone wrong with those kobolds or with the drakes, I feel like there wasn't anything I could do.
Ah.
Yeah, asking the big questions here. There was so much more in that interaction, but clip sizes can only be as big as they can be. So definitely check out the rest of the episode for the rest of that interaction, as well as how our DM, that Magic Juice, kind of built on that and added more description of how our characters feel pulls, almost like either by fate, by destiny, whatever the hell you wanted to call it, to different places, which was also absolutely fantastic. So yeah, definitely, yeah, the endings of almost all of these episodes have hit so hard this week. So that was definitely what I wanted to choose, because I think a lot of characters ask that question, why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? I don't know in what campaigns you guys might have experienced that. I feel like, rotating one-shots like Harper's could lend to that as well. For example, just if you're not as active or
Look.
as
Look, it gave me an opportunity to be like, hey, you want to put your hooks in the cloud? I'm like, yes! Get me in there! And I can't say for Harper's I've ever felt that moment of what are we doing here? But I have in other campaigns. Though I will say my experiences with that feeling in character have not always been super positive out of character. I have had positive moments of being like, this is a character moment, this is not me as a player ripping on our GM. I have not had that moment in TBK as of yet. Obviously, I have not been in many long-running campaigns. I think that's, again, it's just a statement. But I have been in groups where I'm just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And that has sometimes been positive, that has sometimes been negative. And for the positive times, it is really interesting to dive into your character and be like, these are the things that are important to what I have written. For instance, I can say from an older campaign I played in before I got with TPK, it was not streamed or anything, but the world was ending, which is a very clear, most people are very concerned, but I had written a very selfish character's backstory. So there are plenty of moments where the party is set. We are going to do the right thing, and the quest giver is there, and my character's like, hold on, but what's in it for me? And of course, there's a moment where everyone in character and player looks to you you have 3 goddamn heads, and first off, I'm not playing a Gigan, I'm not playing some 3-headed creature. I'm playing a 1-headed humanoid. Thank you very much. But I think it's perfectly reasonable, and I fully encourage anyone in TBK to have moments like this where they're just like, I have written my character in such a way, I have experienced this, where they have not necessarily lost the plot, but they are concerned about what's happening. They need a push from someone else, whether that be the DM pushing that along, and fate and destiny, or another character being like, "Hey, we need you here with us." Screw it. Like, I need you here as a character to character. I need you here. That's a really gratifying moment. Like, that's a big relationship, interweaving the threads of the plot and everything. I'm being like, damn, this is like, all right, my character kind of like has to adapt to this. Yes, exactly. HP brings up a great point. Mm-hmm. Selfish characters really work well when there is someone willing to be like, hey, I realize this is not serving you at the moment, but I need you here. I need you because you are effective and you are the best chance that we have to deal with this situation. And I have never encountered a moment in literature, film, or any media where that is not something that someone will stop and think about. And that, I think that's a lesson you can take even away from TPK. If you're at a home game and some player's like, well, I'm going to do this thing, being like, hey, I need you to focus on the objective with me. I need you to be here in this moment and like look at why you're being selfish and look at everyone who has supported you up to this point and tell me honestly that you're still willing to commit to this flaw of yours. Like, I love it because even if the answer is like, this is not to jump over your words, sorry, Heck, but like, even if the answer is like, I'm going to continue to be a selfish asshole person, that's a powerful moment. That is 100% like, I need to walk away from this group because my character doesn't give a shit enough, or give enough of a shit if you want to put it into a human sentence.
Or let's play devil's advocate here. You could continue playing the asshole character that fakes being amenable to the group and is being nefarious.
Oh, 100%. Yes, you could.
Always you could go with it.
Yes, I think this is more responding to, like, not necessarily like inherently like I'm gonna fuck around with the party, but like, I'm here because I'm being paid and we have stopped being paid and this is all like altruistic work that I'm not comfortable with. Right. Or this is not the goal I wish to pursue. What are we doing here on a monkey island when I want to be saving my people? What does this advance for my character's plot? And having the other characters to be like, hey, we're a group. We care about you and we will address your issues in time. But we have another thing going on right now. That can hit like a sledgehammer, and that just like I'm gonna steal from Osiris Franco right now, where in Murder and Coffee they said, I let my players show me the most interesting parts of my character, and then later elaborated like, as a player you let other players inform you of what your character is going to change, how your character is going to change in this dynamic. And I think what we're seeing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Heck, because you're in this game, but with Aster and just like that dynamic is going to have to be addressed. And
and I think, I hope at least next episode is going to explore that a little bit. I think it will.
I think obviously as like players, they recognize that. I mean, you could see their faces in the clips.
Yeah,
everyone
Pikachu faces.
It is 100% a moment that did not go unnoticed by cast members. I think that is very good. But it's also important to be like, hey, in character, I'm like, hey, are you drifting away from us right now? Like, you good? Hey, players should talk to players in character all the time.
Exactly. Like that.
If you find yourself being like, I have a roleplay partner and it's X person, like, not saying you're doing roleplay wrong because that's the worst thing you could ever say in the world, but like, you don't know what dynamics you're missing out on. Like, sure, you have your buddy cop thing going on, but you could have a whole other dynamic in there, and it could
And
be
it was
wonderful.
just, it was just the perfect avenue. Like I don't know like how like much beforehand. Like Christy and I hadn't talked about this moment. There was just a gap. I just hit my mic. There was a gap.
Smack the
I'm
mic.
sorry.
There's a lot of emotion.
Listen, there was a lot of emotion. There was just a gap in what like what anyone was saying at the table. There was just a silence. I was just like, you know, Asher, like with her passive perception, it's really high at this point. It's over 20. She would probably notice that Ulta went to bed really early. Like, it's definitely something that she would probably address. Be like, hey, like, you know, what's up? They had been traveling before campaign times. Like, they were introduced together. So I'm like, sure, let's go with
I'm
it.
sorry, how high is your passive perception?
Talk about something while I'm on D&D Beyond real quick.
Sorry, I was just gonna flex on you because, oh gosh, is that a 35 passive perception on Nicholas Ignatius Darlow?
Listen, but what
Is that an active character?
Yeah, it is. It's still an
okay,
active
so at
character.
level 5, okay, at level 5,
You can't
passive
hurt me like this.
perception of 23, not too bad.
Look, people are already in character RP writing my character's death. It's gonna be fine.
Yes.
The RP goes on.
Hey everyone. Just so we continue to kind of continue with the flow of the show. I don't want to break away from conversation, but we do have two other things to talk about.
We do.
And I do want to bring up something that has been in the works for a while now, and we are going to get more information out to the public about it. We are going to be so I know that some people in chat want to ask Luca about Harper's season 1 content. I love that you want to ask. However, we unfortunately do not have the time.
So keep it Harper season 2.
So while you can still ask about Harper season 2 whenever that comes up, or even now, I'd be okay with you asking Luca about Harper season 2 content now. However, we are going to be sending out a Google Forms for Harper season 1 questions and topics that you can submit questions, and we're going to be recording an offline Patreon exclusive TPR for the sum up of Harper season 1. So,
Chrissy is the leader of that movement, but there are many behind it. I have questions for people. Actually, I don't anymore, thanks to a Google Doc that we're still in the works. Guys, there is still stuff coming out. Please keep it tuned to Player Pup and etc. TPK show discussions as well. But yeah, they'll be very fun. And don't give me that fine, Chrissy.
give us all of your Harper season 1 questions, and we will try to answer.
Chrissy, I'm going to answer them all.
Hit me with it. I want to talk
one of
more
them.
about this character. I put so much. I do.
Let's answer all the deep, dark secrets that we weren't typically able to talk about. So
yeah, there we go.
Speaking of deep, dark secrets and frigid cold, I don't know, guys.
It is cold. It's cold here. Hey, Tyrant.
Hey.
It's very cold in Boston right now.
Hey,
Baby,
is it?
It's snowy even.
How about
Tony, it's not Toby time.
It is Toby time. Everyone get a sock.
How about a cold transition? Into okay, Tony, I need to know. Do you want the Toby time for cold hands, warm hearts, or do you want it for dark echoes? Up to you. I need to go get my Toby.
Look, Tyrant.
Oh my God, you are ridiculous.
Tyrant, the man donated for Toby time now.
Tony says he wants it for dark echoes.
No. Okay. That's fine.
It's fine. You can just be there by yourself. Yeah.
Weirdly weird sock back on my hand.
Cold hands.
Cold
Yes.
Oh my
hands, warm
goodness.
hearts.
Yes, cold hands, warm hearts.
No, Tony, no. I love it though. Keep doing it.
We return this episode to the party being still at the top of the mountain with an injured Garrett in tow. They learn that their descent will be kind of a race against time before the aurora hits. Apparently, there's some sort of bad, unsettling thing about these lights that could affect them. They race down the mountain and they find a cabin next to Kelvin's cairn that they spend the night in. And then they kind of do a course correct and alter course and head for Caer Konig to return the halfling noble they collected at the top of the mountain. On the way down, Brahm overheard an argument between two Yetis over food. He urged the parties to move quickly in order to sidestep any confrontation. They were able to, in one of the previous episodes, communicate with Yetis, and it worked out fine. But same trick doesn't always work twice. So good thinking there on Brahm's part. They reconvened with Garrett's sled dogs and made their way across the ice in an attempt to outrun the blizzards that happen very frequently in the frozen tundra that is Icewind Dale. The group encountered a group of kobold traders who Mirth made great friends with. Obviously, Mirth makes friends with everything
It was so cute.
and everyone. They entered Caer Konig together, and they met a peculiar silver dragonborn by the name of Trovis, who is apparently the speaker of the town. They go to the Northern Lights Tavern, which is interesting, kind of a correlation between running from the Northern Lights in the beginning of the episode and then ending up at the Northern Lights at the end. Never can escape, apparently. Where they learn that someone has been stealing food. So they followed the trail away from the tavern, and they end up finding a kind of large, unexpected fortress in the cliffs. And I will tell you, everyone, one thing that I am really excited about is seeing more of Foxy in this campaign. And here's a clip of the introduction of Foxy, and I hope we get to see more of him in the future episodes.
Oh gosh, that's me. I have to do the thing. Sorry, I was just finding chat.
And last but not least, sporting the Twitter blue gloves stained in blood with an undefeated professional tweet down record of 28-0, the socio-statistician with a mission, it's Foxy.
I'm like a champion boxer, man. I like that.
Foxy does bring a fantastic energy to every game that he is in.
I think he adds a lot to the party.
I think so too.
And the RP moment that Niffer and Foxy had between just them two at the end of the last episode when they were still up on the top of the mountain was incredible. So I'm very interested to see what happens in the future, and hopefully Foxy can stay around for longer than just a fill-in, but who knows? Hey, Luca.
Yes.
Tony wants you to say, good, execute order 66.
Hold a moment.
Did he retract?
Hold a
Toby
moment.
Time?
No, but Mr. Rogers has donated points, so I must insist. Because if you will not do it,
I will do it for Mr. Rogers. This is not for Tony.
Tony, you must plug your ears at this moment.
Hold on. Good.
Yes.
Good. Execute order 66.
Yes, my lord, it will be done.
Beautiful.
Hello.
Do it.
Welcome to TPR.
Speaking of dark, foreboding Luca voices, I am Barovia Boy this week once again. And I'm here to tell you all about the wonderful things that occurred in Barovia. we had previously visited on the Wonderful Wizard of Wine, but now, now we're here with Dark Echoes. And right off the bat, oh wait, excuse me. I need to go away. I need to go away for a moment. Oh, Luca, where are you? Oh, don't be such a complainer. Okay, I am once again Barovia Boy, here to assist you on your journey into the dark, dark mists of Barovia. What's up, Perception Studios? I'm available. Anyway, we start this adventuring session off with drama that I will show you in a moment.
I pulled out my headphones going out to get a sock.
How dare you? How
It keeps going out.
dare you?
I'm just gonna stay like
Look. Okay, you know what? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'm patient. I'm like Strahd. I can wait.
Yeah, you wouldn't ask for nudes via postage.
Oh my god. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Anyway.
Tony, can you tell what finger I'm using to operate this puppet?
It's the pointer finger,
my
obviously.
Arms are not long enough for this, guys. This is really bad.
Look, you must sustain. This is the sacrifice we make for this show. Okay, first off. Oh, boo-hoo, Luca. You gotta put a sock on your hand. Would you like to explain, ote, ime, why you feel so bad about this? Huh?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know. Of course, that was imposter, Luca, obviously. Anyway.
Hi, I'm the sock puppet in Tyrant's corner over here. How's everyone doing?
What the fuck is that? You got weird ass socks if that's your sock
angry
puppet.
puppet face.
Tyra, what the fuck wrong with your toes?
I'm concerned.
Tyra, what's wrong with your toes?
This is a meat puppet. Someone call it a Muppet.
Okay. So Dark Echo. Luca, let's dive into it. Let's get real serious. Did you put goddamn eyebrows?
Oh my god. It's beautiful.
Ha! Okay. Toby time.
I cannot. This is the worst. Do I have to sit on the floor for this?
Yes,
Tony,
you do. Sit down.
My hate will go on forever.
Okay. To be fair, I will touch on this very quickly. There was some party conflict. We moved on into a strange town of Barovia, the land of Barovia, which was not a good place, according to a character with background knowledge. And then Toby ate 3 goddamn cakes. I'm pointing myself towards the mic.
Man, I hope that doesn't come back to haunt him later.
Gosh.
Oh, it will.
Gosh, I from the looks of chat, it will. 3
Oh no.
goddamn pies.
3.
3. He ate 1. 2.
2. 3.
Don't shake your head at this, Luca.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Hey,
they proceeded into the town, at which point they met the siblings, Ilya and Ilvich. Oh gosh, my brain is breaking. What Ilya? Ismark! Thank you, Ismark the Lesser. Ismark Ilyanovich. Wait! It's Kalyana? As in the note we received?
Gasp.
That has not been established yet. Oh!
He said her name.
He said Irina.
She also said her last name.
I missed that
Take
moment in
better
character.
notes.
I took so many notes. I have so many. Look,
Do better.
you. That is my word. You don't get to use my words. You didn't suffer as I suffered for these words.
This is my judgment face.
Yeah, and this is my judgment phase. Can you not see me judging you?
It's all just someone's perception. Studios. Ah!
Oh, no.
You sit down.
Don't tell
It's
them.
not your
Don't tell them
time.
this.
Oh, okay.
Look, we went to go bury their father, and it was good. The priest is only mostly drunk and dealing with a minor problem with his son. It's fine. It's fine.
What is with the French asshole?
I don't know. I got angry and decided
Here
to
we
stick
go.
to it. Here we are. So, here we are.
No time for Harpers yet.
It is not time for Harper's, no, but this is not even Harper's. This is far too sick and ridiculous. But here we are. And so the party went to the funeral, and there was a note, and Strahd asked for the nude pics, because he said, I sent you a picture of my castle, you know? And there was a note of screaming and strange women distributing fortunes and prophecy in taverns. There's no basis for a system of adventure, but here we are.
Does anybody
being impressed.
Does anybody have any food? Food? Anybody?
Yes,
Food?
well, Toby certainly wanted a lot of food. But I think the most interesting part is the fact that there was drama. So much interparty drama. I will play the clip now, as I do very carefully, as I rest my head on this bookshelf and hope to the high gods above I do not fall. I will hit the play button now.
Pause the game so I can be away from these people for now.
Wow, these people! Wow, good start.
So I think, why don't you explain to chat why you think we are so bad?
They're so mean. I try to help. They say, "Shut up, go away."
What?
I sleep in this house.
That was the death house.
I sleep in this barn.
You sleep in the house that no longer exists.
That was the death barn.
I sleep on this roof.
Oh, that was the death roof.
So, okay, so last we left off, you had...
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I have been spotted.
He is nude.
TOS!
TOS! TOS!
Get out!
This makes me want to drink.
Oh my god. This is beautiful.
I've been told.
Wait, where did Luke go?
I've been told someone needed some fun.
When does it end?
Yeah, well, I have sufficiently recapped this show, so perhaps we can end.
Stop now.
Okay, I'm going to break it in this moment so we can get down to business.
Merci.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. That was wild.
Brought a sock just in case. I'm glad I did. Hey, so, yeah. Curse of Strahd. We have the Maven of Dark Mischief here with us. So, if you have Strahd questions, if you have... I have so many questions, but I know a lot of them might ruin the adventure for me. But I think, okay, so what I want to start off with right now, before jumping in to intra-party dynamics and all this, I mean, how does one begin to approach, handling Castle Ravenloft? Not the setting. I mean that in a very general way, like Curse of Strahd's an adventure.
Oh, do you think like some maps might be helpful? Do you want me to send those to you?
No. Well, I mean, I will take it, but also, what I mean to say in a very artistic way.
Okay, can we get Strahd's exact body count, please?
If Curse of Strahd is an old adventure, it has been around for a while. Strahd's been around for a while.
Is the Curse of Strahd syphilis? Be honest.
Well, he'd have to have sex to have syphilis, so he has acne, to be fair. But no, I'm interested in in your mentality going into this. Not just this adventure, but any time you're like, all right, back to Ravenloft, back to back to Barovia. Strahd does not fuck.
He
does.
He's one of those it's like he's both like incel energy and he fucks energy.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Having
both in one single entity.
Well, okay,
and
so
maybe that's why he's so torn up inside.
He's a fuck boy.
He's a fuck boy.
He's a fuck boy. But to get back to my very serious question,
he doesn't bite. He nibbles.
No, he definitely bites. Come on.
My nose is all scrunched up.
To approach this, like, it almost feels, and I will say the same thing. I mean, you're treading on well-tread ground. I mean, how many adventuring parties have gone into Barovia? I mean, countless. Innumerable people throughout the years have run a Curse of Strahd campaign, and I mean, you are approaching this from your own personal perspective, and I mean, like, is that like a thing you have to turn on, being like, now it's time to think Curse of Strahd style, or is this just a constant theme? Like, I'm not asking for like, this is going to be like Harper's.
I will answer your 12-part question. I'm going to start.
Look, it was in this essay. I will ask.
I'm going to start answering.
Yes.
Okay. So first off, I first prepped for Strahd after my very first time DMing, and I DM'd before I ever played, so it was literally my first introduction to Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, I want to finally play this game. I'm tired of trying to get in a game. I'll be the DM. I don't care. Let's do this. So I got Lost Mines of Phandelver, and I ran some of my friends through it. And then we finished it, sort of. It was a little chaotic because they were very much death drifters. And so I put out a vote for what module we wanted to do next. And they voted for Curse of Strahd, which, okay, I'd kind of like seen a few things about it, knew it was vampires, whatever. And then prepping it, after reading through the module book, I actually went out the next day and tried to find a binder, had to order it online that was thick enough. And I went with a razor blade and cut out all the pages from the module book. I know it's sacrilegious, but whatever. I needed them for notes. And I 3-hole punched them and put them in the binder so that I could put note pages in between. And it's somewhere. It's huge, but it's like a 6-inch 3-ring.
I think you've
binder.
shared that in the Discord before.
And prepping this adventure, it got to the point where you could look at me and just point at any point on the map of Barovia, and I could tell you what it smelled like there. Like the level of rot of the leaves on the ground, like the weather, like what animal sounds were happening in the forest. Like I was breathing Barovia. I was so in love with this place, and the curse that just kind of infected everything in this land. It's not just some like evil vampire dude in a castle that you gotta go fight. It's literally an entire land and its people corrupted by the actions of people like eons ago. And I fell in love with this place. I mean, it didn't hurt that I, got a little goth vibes myself. I'm already very much in love with all these horror tropes that like this thing is about. So like it was very easy for me to fall in love with this content. But yeah, so when I started like reading through, it's like it was very easy to be like, I don't want this. I want this. I want this. Like I'll amp up this spooky. This doesn't make a lot of sense. This seems more like classic D&D. I want this to be like an experience as you're traveling through this land. What were the other parts of your question?
No, I was more like, there are so many people who have played this. This is a well-traveled thing. How do you make Barovia your own?
I make the land a character. The land, the setting, the world is the sixth player.
Love that.
So I want it to feel reactive. I want it to feel like if you reach out and touch something in that world, it will reach back. Like there will be ripples. No matter what you do there. It's a dynamic, living, unliving world.
Very
but
good
and
phrase.
as far as like it always being different, I've now ran 3 groups through this content, and not a single group has run any single element the same. That's just how it goes. The players really do change the campaign. I mean, if you think about Harper's and think about any other character that you have in your list of characters that you've ever made, how much different Harper's would have been had they been there instead. The players make the campaign. And that's one of my favorite things. Everyone's like, oh, are you prepping all this stuff? Like, how much energy? It's like, honestly, one of the best things you can do as a DM is sit back and let your players run the show.
Do you feel that it's happening now with Dark Echoes?
Yes. A little bit. I've been waiting. I feel like I've been in a bit of a holding pattern. As far as like the content and where we're going from here until our final player character actually arrived. And now that she's here, I feel like, okay, and now we begin.
It's yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go, John.
Speaking of your planning for Dark Echoes, Chrissy, Cali numbers in chat. Thank you for your question, Chrissy. Has a question for you, Luca. Have you amped up any of the spooky ooky content or taken away any of it?
I'll tell you what, I don't want to give the answer to this.
Yes. Honestly, and I did this before they adjusted the raw. I've taken away the Vistana being spies and working for Strahd. I know that's supposed to be spooky ooky, and I know that raw now they've changed that, but like these are a warm people that travel in and out of Barovia, the only people that can, and the whole reason they were granted this power in the first place is because in a world that's dark, they were the one source of light that helped even Strahd in his moment of need, and he rewarded them for that. That's not the type of people to turn around and be like sneaky spies that are working for something that's harmful against the land. So I did take that away, and I'm glad that Raw has now caught up with that. But as far as increasing Spooky Yuki, yes, a whole bunch and lots. There's a lot of wonderful, wonderful content creators out there on DM's Guild and on Reddit that have created all sorts of things to kind of help you add in little encounters here and there, or even just some of the NPCs I've taken and fleshed out with things that I personally find terrifying in humans.
Fantastic. Turk, you can put your headset back on now.
Okay, I didn't want to know about any of the spooky yukis because I want to be very spooky uked.
Yeah.
Ha! There's all right. Here's a very serious question. In your mind, Luca, how does Strahd win Arena over?
He doesn't.
Okay, but writing the letters clearly didn't work. I mean, it's confirmed that writing poetry is apparently something that Arena enjoys, but yet we see Strahd denied when he makes this attempt.
Yeah,
Also,
that isn't everything.
It's very weird.
Know what? Learning to accept that someone does not return your love is a very important step that you have to take in adulthood.
Mr. Rogers brings up a good point.
Very
But did Arena even see his castle?
You know,
Castle Ravenloft is a beautiful.
She's seen better.
Where?
Old words.
She's read a
Sometimes
lot of books.
they're just not that into
you know what? I look
okay?
forward. You know what? I look forward to exploring Sarah's take on Arena.
Chrissy, Harper's versus Echoes. Who wins? Wow, we have
No, not JK. Here's the answer. Fucking at this point, Nicholas could potentially one-shot Strahd. Give him the explosive arrow that Ilya still has.
Good luck with that.
I know the CR rating of the end. I don't want to spoil things. I know the CR rating of the end baddie in Harper's, and I know the CR rating of Strahd. And Harper's are not taking Strahd.
No? Oh, okay, wait. You think we couldn't? Have you seen how much our average damage output between just Gruff and Nicholas alone is?
I mean, if Harper's were to run through all of Curse of Strahd, they would maybe have a chance, but them just showing up? No way.
That's fair. We don't have a healer. What do you think?
Yeah.
That is a big one.
And yeah, Mr.
A big
Roderick,
flaw.
what if damage doesn't matter? What
Okay.
if there's things that matter more importantly than just raw damage output?
Impossible. Everyone knows the numbers are all that matter. Creating a hard Excel sheet for your character output is all that matters. No, okay. I mean, and that's another thing. I mean, are you at all worried that we as a party don't have a heal bot cleric? I mean, and I say this as you are worried. Okay, good. I have saying
Yes,
this as
100%. I don't know. I love you all so dearly as players. But you definitely knew the content going in, and the fact that you guys still don't have a healer in any campaign that I run for you is just wild to me.
Excuse me. Winchester is a druid.
I am a divine soul sorcerer.
Yeah, are you a healer, Druid?
He is a medicine man. Yes.
I know your backstory, and I would like to just
Excuse me, Alexander Sergeyevich Leonid.
Don't bring that energy to the DM who happens.
Alexander Sergeyevich Leonid is very capable of healing multiple people.
Good for him.
It is good for him.
He is not a healer. Not one of you thought to bring a cleric.
I have God energy. I'm bringing the death energy and
God
the
and anime on my
I'm not
side.
even sure. Is anyone good aligned?
Yes, lawful good.
Good. Okay.
I am because I have to be in line with the God connected to my bloodline. Here we are.
I think you might be the only one, bud.
What? That makes a lot of sense. But
Take
what?
off your
It actually
take off
does.
your headphones, Turk. There, for anyone who's in the know, there are specific treasures and things in the end of this campaign needed to actually take down Strahd that can only be used by a good character, and I have yet to have a single group other than Sarah's other group that I ran through, and Sarah was the good character. Bring a good character.
Well, it's a good thing alignment is fluid, you know.
But I need a good person.
Right. Someone who starts as
Alignment
a
on
neutral.
paper
I know
one
someone who
thing.
starts as a neutral aligned character could
No
potentially
one's
turn.
entering Barovia as neutral and somehow coming out good. The land corrupts. You're good now, Turk.
I don't know what was said, but I know I don't like it. I keep my ideals alive.
Well,
and by that ideals, I mean party members.
Well, hey everyone. That's almost the time we have for today. If there's any other questions we would like to ask Luca really quick. Luca, which of the party members is the most attractive? Character. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, well,
That's
players
fair.
or characters, Arena. I mean,
Okay, discounting
you
Arena.
guys all know my heart.
Discounting Arena. Who's number 2?
Toby.
That's fair.
I didn't say that. You said that. That's your opinion, man.
But what's your opinion?
That's like your opinion,
ma'am.
Yes.
Because there's a right answer.
Let's hear the goss.
What, you want me to honestly pull up character portraits and assess hotness right now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Is this what the audience came for?
Look, we just.
You know what? Do you have the portraits up and available to share in your little clip section there?
Listen. Let's do
I
it.
have
Let's
one,
do it like this.
and it's the right answer.
Let's do it like this. It's either between Alex or Colin, because Winchester doesn't have any eyes. So.
Hey, chat. Does anyone feel like the party's trying to get me to say which one of them is hot?
Yeah.
Look.
Actually, listen, girls, you're all pretty.
Look, okay, get out of here with that dungeon
pretty.
bitches energy.
Honestly, number 2 slot goes to Colin too.
Listen, I've been prepping a lot, okay?
Okay, wow.
Colin too.
Wow.
Yeah, the owl.
Hello, officer. That's a cop out.
I did mention Toby. Tony. She said no.
Look.
Listen. Hey everyone.
Just tell me my character art is pretty.
Tell me I'm pretty.
You're fine to say
hey.
Ulrich's pretty, and I'm just his face is cut up. Come on.
Hey everyone. That is all the time we have for tonight. But
we have to talk about what's happening next week.
Yes. Let us talk about what is happening next week.
And let's turn on the
first
future
up,
that is so bright.
First up, starting tomorrow is February, so everyone, nothing changes. It's a single day. So, let's see. Wait.
Huh?
What do you mean, wait?
No.
No, we're good. Let's see.
Look, okay. Do I need to do this? All right, starting Monday.
Yeah, you do.
We have our side mission for Sherlock. You ready for this? Because it's not the main Sherlock Investigations crew. We have something special coming at you for a special case of Sherlock Investigations, featuring a bunch of characters you've never seen before. And it promises to be very fun. I mean, anything with Cole running it is bound to be amazing. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic time. And Tuesday, it's Harper's night.
Yep, and we find our hideout on Tuesday.
Hideout time. Hideout time. Hideout time.
I'm heckin' gonna be there like a couple hours
Well,
after
I
an
would like
interview,
to
which is
point
gonna be
out
crazy.
That the second is Groundhog's Day, so hopefully you don't just get stuck on that road forever.
On the road.
Ow.
Again.
To the Harper's hideout.
On the road again. On the road again. Get ready to hear the same joke over and over and over and over
the
again.
consequence of Groundhog Day.
Hello, everyone. And Wednesday, we have Singularity, where we promise to have an immediate, initial, hard-ass fight. We'll see if there's still more Singularity to come after that, because everyone might be dead. Thursday, we have something very special.
Thursday, we have Roundhouse Whitebridge, which is now every other Thursday. For those of you who don't know, the last episode of Roundhouse Whitebridge, shit went down. So
would you like to, hey, maybe get a shot of a beloved personality in the head?
Yeah, so we basically improv'd. Listen, it started as a joke. Started as a joke.
Like
we said that there was a beloved personality that was like Rick Astley that lived in this town, and then Saint had to go and make him the evil guy, and my character shot him in the head twice. So
he's never gonna lift us up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's certainly going to be let down into a coffin.
So the party is
going to.
The party is a little traumatized right now, and we're going to be fixing up the base, talking about all that, and then discussing all the horrors that I have committed.
Yeah, and it promises to be a very fun session. And if you're not familiar, that is a sister campaign with the one on Nat 20, which happens every other Thursday. But Friday, we have it marked on the calendar, which I'm pretty sure is going to be proper parlor games.
It is.
And it's going to be very fun, where we play as characters in a board game session, which, it's going to be very fun. If you watched last session, we had the Harper Season 2 characters playing around, and with some Hemi action, and it was a solid time.
It was so fun.
The thing is, if you want background details about characters, this is surprisingly a very good way to get it. It comes off as a very low, from a player perspective, it's a very wonderful low pressure situation. Just casually drop facts about your character, casually establish habits about them, just like, hey, we learned that Ulrich has brothers in the last session. No one's talked about them yet, and I'm not salty about that at all, but it's fine. But yeah, followed up being that, well, I encourage you once again, please watch Proper Parlor Games. We have the Top Shelf. This session is gonna be weird as fuck. No, not as heck. I will take you one step further. It's going to be weird as fuck. Necromunda, everybody. Death's agents and the Immaterium. I'm a cloud person.
Oh my god, really?
My name is Rock. I have words of power called fear, hunger, and innovate. And it's gonna get weird.
One of these things is not like the other.
Well, everything's pretty weird in Necronautilus, to be honest.
Fear, hunger, and innovate? Where did that one come from?
Necronautilus is here, and I said it wrong.
Weird.
But it's weird. We are, everything around you is dead. Everything that has or will die is in this universe. And we have to catalog and analyze and make peace with planets and make sure everything's in check. Who knows what's going to happen? All I know is I'm going to have to wear a goddamn suit. So there.
Hell yeah.
Busting
a
out the
suit
bow
with a
shots.
clown nose, please.
And-
Just please.
And as always, all of you beautiful people, we have Total Party Recap next Sunday, same time. And we will be recapping all of this fantastic content. So let's go around real quick. If any of you are in stuff coming up, let's be sure to mention that real quick. before we sign off, starting with Turk.
All right. Hello, everybody. Once again, I am Turk, or Turk Accented on Twitch and Twitter. I will not be in the next Sherlock, but I will be in Harper's on Tuesday, shutting off my brain and turning on my violence with Ulrich. And it will be very good because he is the best boy. After which, I will be hanging out with Proper Parlor Games and in Top Shelf, which is why I know so many details about the system. It will be an absolutely fun time, and if you like my face and my voice and the things that I do, I promise that I will keep you updated on all of those, all the socials that I've listed thus far. And if I ever do decide to do things on Twitch, I'll give you a heads up about it on said socials. So, like, come and hang out. Come join the Discord. Join the Patreon. Read the hours of Google Doc that I've put effort into. If you want. If it's fine. Please.
They're so good.
There's
Another
still
one
more
just
coming
dropped.
out.
Another one just dropped last night. So
It feels
never too late.
here's something for you right now. It was only 6 pages and that feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone go pester Tony about his
The search.
40 plus
Look,
page doc.
look, I'm in there.
Yes,
I
we
love
need
it.
it.
I'm
We
here
need
for
it.
it. Tony, let's
Please.
do it. We're on part 4 of 5. It's almost done.
Yeah, and anything else there, Turk?
No, I'm in Total Party Recap, which is obviously the best show. of the bunch.
Really?
I'll be here next week unless something desperately happens. But yeah, I'm once again very glad that you've all tuned in or are hanging out. And I look forward to seeing all your beautiful chat faces next time.
Mm-hmm.
Bo show. Hey guys, this is me, Sir Heckalot. Yeah, you can find me at Sir Heckalot on Twitter and Instagram, and on our lovely Discord at the same name. I've tried to consolidate all of it now. But yeah, you'll see me in Harper's this week, and that's about it. Yeah, so excited. Yeah, well, I mean, you'll see me in chat hanging around a lot of these streams, honestly, so can't wait to see you guys there. Thank you for all of the support, like the channel points and the actual donations. You guys are crazy. This has been great.
Yeah, I hope you appreciate the haikus, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to Luca. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for being here, Luca.
Yes, thank you, Luca, for coming and joining us tonight.
Despite your lack of sleep.
Having me. Yes, my lack of sleep. Don't remind me. I'm hanging on by threads of caffeine.
Yes. The dark powers.
Hi y'all, I'm Lukalock. I Dungeon Master Dark Echoes and Harper Investigations, and occasionally run one-shots, one of which was a Predatory Buzz playtest that we ran for Zeke Gonzalez that you can find on our Patreon. It's special super duper extra content. And it was a lot of fun, and it's all about bees, which I love. Did you know that bees can recognize faces? Because they can.
I'm gonna make bee friends.
So anyways, yes, I am going to be in Harper's coming up this Tuesday, and then I don't think anything else for the rest of the week until the next week, which I guess you guys can talk about next Sunday, but it's gonna be fucking awesome, and it's my birthday, and you guys should all come.
Hey, Luca, you have something very, very special coming up on the 22nd.
Yes, that's a ways away though, so I wasn't.
It hasn't been talked about yet.
Yeah. So listen. This again is by one of my favorite authors. I have a few. This is by Oliver Clegg. It's Killer Kobolds from Outer Space. It's basically a meat grinder where you guys keep throwing tiny little kobolds at me, and I kill them in gruesome and horribly funny ways. While also screeching like a kobold queen. So we do that. You try and bring me shinies, and hopefully I don't squish you for failing me so. And also, maybe the humans that you're trying to invade won't kill you as well. But yes, we're gonna, I think, be streaming that direct to YouTube as a fun new thing. And it's gonna be very much as your kobolds get squished in hilarious, terrible ways. The next person can hop in, so it's gonna be a little bit of a rotating player cast. Try and stay alive as long as you can.
That sounds like chaos, and I'm excited.
This is wonderful.
It's
Pure
very, very
chaos.
fun.
This is very good.
I can't wait to break
Can
out
I-
my kobold voice.
Can I try and Iron Man this right now? Can I put out the challenge? Like, I'll put money down in the Discord. If I could last 10 player deaths, I'll donate to a charity.
Whoever lasts the longest can be the guest of TPR.
Oh, certainly that.
For that week.
Certainly that. But also, like, I want to put it out there right now. If I'm able to survive, outlive the entire starting crew and their replacements, I'll throw a sum of money at a charity of the chat's choice. I will do this now.
This is very good. I approve. If we're talking about future things, though, also, my birthday is February 9th, and I'm playing a witchy dungeon bitch who can do ritualistic fucking as her magic power. And she's gonna do that while just wrecking shit through a dungeon, and being amazing and queer and a badass. And just all of that energy. And Sir Heck is our wonderful game mistress. And I'm very, very excited.
I love that
It's gonna be a
term.
bunch of
I
disaster
love it.
queers, man. Oh, I'm so excited.
Fucking
I'll
our way through dungeons.
fly
It's
the
gonna be
queer
beautiful.
disaster queer flag.
And it's a birthday party, and you're all invited.
This is very good, and I'm sure we are all very excited. Really quick, things I'm in. Not in Sherlock. I am in Harper Investigations, reprising my role as Luke, the Warlock. On Wednesday, I will be returning over on Nat 20 as Roman, the CL fighter rogue in Beyond the Tides. And then on Thursday, I am in Roundhouse Whitebridge. And then I believe that's it.
Until you're back here with us to talk about it, you sucker. You're stuck with us.
And I did before we go. So Roundhouse Whitebridge has a sister campaign over on Nat 20.
Disney Conjoined Twin, yeah.
Which is Roundhouse Godswallow, which is an incredible campaign. You should go check it out. And Turk.
Hey, gosh, did I just join that game? Hey, everybody. If you're like, I like Roundhouse Whitebridge, but I want more, you should definitely check out Nat 20's channel. Obviously not during Tyranny of Dragons, but on every other Thursday from Godswallow or Godswallow or Goat Swallow, however you wish to pronounce it. I'll be there with Oscar Anderson, a fancy new playbook that no one else in the campaign has, which I think is very fun, and I got to do fun things with the Funyun last time. So it was great, and I heartily encourage everyone to check that out, because it can eventually, I've been told, there might be some stuff occurring with the meshing.
Phrasing. But anyway.
Nah, man, I'm a fucking character.
Oh, cool.
I have
Very
sweet,
cool.
passionate love.
Very cool. Well, more incentive to go check that out. But that is all the time we have for tonight. We are a little bit over. So I just want to remind you all that this is a recap show, and we would love for you to go watch all of the content that we recapped. It will all be on YouTube very soon. And by all means, continue to watch the content we have here at TBK. It is all incredible. So come check it out. And if you're not able to, we will see you next Sunday.